हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा. Dear devotees, thank you very much for your kind association. Let us begin our Bhakti Vaibhava study with Mangalacharan prayers. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे गुरुवज्ञा शिरसि धृत्वा शक्त्यावेश स्वरूपिणे हरे कृष्णेति मंत्रेण पाश्चात्य प्राच्यतारिणे गौर श्री रूप सिद्धांत सरस्वती निषेविणे राधा कृष्ण पदाम्भोजौ भृंगाय गुरवे नमः. नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती इति नामिने श्रीवार्षभानवि देवी दयिताय कृपाब्धये कृष्ण संबंध विज्ञान दायिने प्रभवे नमः. माधुर्योज्वल प्रेमाढ्य श्री रूपानुग भक्तिद श्री गौर करुणा शक्ति विग्रहाय नमोस्तुते. नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्रीमूर्तये दीनतारिणे रूपानुग विरुद्ध अपसिद्धांत ध्वांतहारिणे नमो गौरकिशोराय साक्षाद् वैराग्यमूर्तये विप्रलम्भ रसाम्बोधे पादाम्बुजाय ते नमः. नमो भक्ति विनोदाय सच्चिदानंद नामिने गौरशक्ति स्वरूपाय रूपानुग वरायते गौराविर्भाव भूमेस्त्वं निर्देष्टा सज्जन प्रिय वैष्णव सार्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथाय ते नमः. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. नमो महावदान्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विसे नमः. हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते. तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. तथैव चान्ये नरलोकवीराय आहवे कृष्णमुखारविन्दं नित्य पिबन्तो नयनाभिरामं पार्थास्त्रपूतः पदमापुरस्य अहो बकीयं स्तनकालकूटं जिघ्रांसया जिघ्रांसयापाययदप्यसाध्वी लेभे गतिं धात्र्युचितां ततोऽन्यं कं वा दयालुं शरणं व्रजेम. अशेष संक्लेश शमं विधत्ते गुणानुवाद श्रवणं मुरारे किं वा पुनस्तच्चरणारविन्द पाराग सेवारतिरात्मलब्धा. सोऽहं नृणां क्षुल्लसुखाय दुःखं महद्गतानां विरमाय तस्य प्रवर्तये भागवतं पुराणं यदा साक्षात् भगवन् ऋषिभ्य. त्वं भक् त्वं भक्ति योग प्रतिभा त्वं भक्ति योग परिभावितरित सरोज आस्ये श्रुते क्षितपथो ननु नाथ पुंसां यद्यद्धियात उरुगाय विभावयन्ति तत्तद्वपु प्रणयसे सदनुग्रहाय. सोऽसावदभ्रकरुणो भगवान् विवृद्ध प्रेम स्मितेन नयनाम्बुरुहं विजिह्वम् उत्थाय विश्वविजयाय च नो विषादम् माध्व्या गिरा पणयतात् पुरुष पुराण ससर्जाग्रे अंधतामिश्रम् अथ तामिश्रमादिकृत् महामोहं च मोहं च तमश्चाज्ञानवृत्तयः हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Dear devotees, today is a very, very auspicious day. Today is the 150th appearance day of Nitya Lila Pravishtha Om Vishnupad Ashtottar Shata Shri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada, the revered spiritual master of our beloved founder Acharya. Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Ashtottar Shata Shri Srimad Abhay Charanarvinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada. And therefore, we are feeling very, very grateful to our Guru Parampara. And specifically today, we are remembering Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada for his immense, invaluable contribution to our life. This Bhakti Vaibhava that we are studying, it is all based on the format given by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. Um, let's get started. So we have to start from verse number 16 today. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 3, Text 16. एवं संचित्य भगवान् स्वराज्ये स्थाप्य धर्मजं नन्दयामास सुहृदः साधूनां वर्त्म दर्शयन्. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Lord Shri Krishna, Bhagavan, evam sanchintya Bhagavan. Lord Shri Krishna, sanchintya, thus thinking to himself, established Maharaj Yudhishthir Dharmajam. He established Maharaj Yudhishthir in the position of supreme control of the world. He made him the supreme controller of the world, in order to show the ideal of administration on the path of piety. Vartma Darshayan, to show the right path. You see, um, so many people had to die in the Kurukshetra war. Millions of people died in the Kurukshetra war, which means millions of women became widows. When one Mataji becomes widow, we feel so bad. Oh, she lost her husband. And these are all young fighters, at least the soldiers. Of course, Maharathis like Bhishma Dev, Dronacharya, they were very advanced in their age. They had grandchildren. I mean, warriors like Duryodhan and Arjun, Yudhishthir, they had grandchildren also at the time of Kurukshetra war. But many of the foot soldiers, they were quite young and they had wives. Their wives became widows, their children became fatherless. For what? Couldn't the war be avoided? Okay, let Duryodhan rule. At least he was not such a bad king. I mean, as far as administration wise, he was okay. We don't read anything that he was an incompetent, inept leader. He was doing okay. So just leave him. Why let so many people die in a major world war? No. Arjun had that thought process, but Krishna said no. The war must be fought. Because Vartma Darshayan, Sadhunam Vartma Darshayan. Krishna wanted to show the ideal path to the people. Vartma means the road, path. Vartma Pradarshak Guru, one who shows us the path. So Narendra Malik was the Vartma Pradarshak Guru of our Prabhupada, because he told him, go and see that. Come with me, see that saintly person, saintly sannyasi, Shri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. So like that. So to show the ideal path, Krishna made the war happen so that Yudhishthir Maharaj, who is Dharmaraj, can be installed. Sthapya, Dharmajan. Sthapya. Swarajya Sthapya Dharmajam. So that Dharmaraj Yudhishthir could be Sthapya, could be established as the king. This is what Krishna wants. He wants the ideal personalities to be in the position of power. Why? Raise your hand. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Yes. Amrit Gaurangi Mataji and then Shamchandra Prabhu. Why?
To establish righteousness, Prabhu. Sorry, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranams. To establish righteousness, Prabhu.
Very good. Yes. Shamchandra Prabhuji.
Krishna is the protector of Dharma. So he wants that the whoever is going to be the head of the entire planet should follow the righteous path by following the dharmic process, and thereby reduce the beast of no, what is that? The burden of beast on the planet, which we discussed in the last session.
Very
So
nice.
burden of beast is one of the problems.
Very nice. Yes. So Krishna Dharma Samsthapanarthaya Sambhavami Yuga. Krishna comes to establish Dharma, and therefore he wanted Dharmaraj to be the king. Dharmaraj has to be the king if Dharma has to be established. So, and also the leader should have exemplary character. Srila Prabhupada also said. What did Prabhupada say about Caesar? Yes, Shama Kishore Mataji, what did Prabhupada say about Caesar as far as establishing the right example is concerned?
I don't know, Prabhuji.
Sorry, Mataji.
Sorry.
I like to trouble you. Yes, who
Correct.
wants to answer? Caesar's wife. Okay, here is Ananga Sundari Mataji. Yes, Ananga Sundari Mataji to the rescue.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I was saying the same. Caesar's wife needs to be beyond suspicion.
Yes, Caesar's wife should always be beyond suspicion. Prabhupada said this. Caesar's wife should be beyond suspicion. So that is material world. In the spiritual world, Caesar means the king. The king is Krishna. And his wives are the gopis. So when the leaders who are Srila Prabhupada, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, the Manjaris, they should be beyond suspicion. If there is suspicion on the character of a leader, then what is going to happen to the followers? How they will have confidence? How they will go ahead in their devotional service if their leader is fallen or there is suspicion that he is fallen? Therefore, the leader should be pure. How much pure? Or is so pure that he is beyond suspicion also. Nobody should suspect also that he like that. Raghunath Das Goswami. His belly was hurting. So they called the Vaidya from Mathura. He did his Nadi Nirikshan and examined. He said, yeah, this is indigestion because of drinking too much sweet rice. Vaidya, your diagnosis is completely wrong. How is it possible? Every 3 days or so, he drinks little bit 1 cup full of buttermilk. What to speak of? He doesn't even have roti, sabji, chawal, nothing. And sweet rice. Simple rice he doesn't take. What sweet rice he will take? With sugar and milk? No, not possible. But Srila Raghunath Das, so much they had confidence that beyond suspicion. But then Srila Raghunath Das Goswami said, actually he's right. As Rati Manjari, my service is to boil the milk and make sweet rice for Radha Sham Sundar. And I did that. I gave it to Rupa Manjari. Rupa Manjari gave Radha Krishna. Radha Krishna enjoyed. Radharani was very happy. She gave it to Rupa Manjari, Mahaprasad. Rupa Manjari gave it to me as Rati Manjari. And it was such nectar, Amrit. I just drank everything. And therefore I got stomach upset. So this is Manasi Seva. But such high standard. I will tell you an amazing true story about this. How the Caesar's wife is beyond suspicion. How a leader should be beyond suspicion. Why? Because yad acharati shreshthas tat tad evetaro jana. Sayat pramanam kurute lokas tad anuvartate. People will follow the leader. People will follow the leader. Movie stars do something, everybody will do that. I remember when I was in school, that one movie came where the hero heroine, they have a cap. It says friends, a cap. They exchange. Shama Kishore Mother is smiling. She knows which movie I'm talking about. So it's what we all want to do. We want Krishna Prem, but here that Prem has different connotation. Maine dash kiya. But that is all lust. But in that movie, there was a cap with friends. And I remember in my school, everybody is gifting everybody that cap, friend. And my cousin sister, she was elder to me. She was in college. So she got the tailor to stitch a frock like that heroine wears in that song. I had a patient in Wardha when I was doing surgery. He used to dress up like Sanjay Dutt with that suit and Nayak nahi, Khal Nayak hu main, like that. And he used to come to the office also to see me with that stake and that cap and that patta wala jacket in Vidarbha ka hot summer. He used to wear that full. He's wearing tie and suit. Crazy fellow. Why? He wants to look like Sanjay Dutt. Yad acharati shreshthas tat tad evetaro jana. If the president of a country has an affair in the office, then the public will follow that example. It is a fact. People like to imitate. People like to imitate the leaders. Therefore, Krishna wants to make sure that the leader of the world, the king, is Dharmaraj, not Duryodhan. It has to be an ideal king. Because Yadid Acharati Shrestha Tatta Devettaro Jana. So the story I want to tell you, true story, is of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, this is a very, very amazing story. So I want all of you to just relish this story. So Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, he started Navadvip Dham Parikramas in the 1920s. Because his Shiksha Guru and his father, Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur Mahasaya, had written a book called Navadvip Dham Mahatmya. Many of you must have read that book. In Navadvip Dham Mahatmya, Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur describes so many places in Navadvip Dham. And it was the desire of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada that the devotees, the Gaudiya Vaishnava, should be able to go and visit all these places. Now, these places are described by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, but that doesn't mean those places are existing there or visible there. Lupta Tirtha, the holy places had become Lupta. So, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, he actually rediscovered many places. And one such place was in Champakhatta. They were going, based on the description in Navadvip Dham Mahatmya book, they were going on parikrama, and they found a place where there should have been a temple of Gaura Gadadhar, the deity of Gaura Gadadhar that were worshipped by Dvija Vaninath. Dvija Vaninath was the younger brother of Sri Gadadhar Pandit, who is Radharani. Gadadhar Pandit's younger brother is Dvija Vaninath, and he had deities of Gaur Gadadhar. He is younger brother of Gadadhar, and he had deities of Gadadhar and Gaura. Gauranga Mahaprabhu and Gadadhar Pandit. He used to worship Dvija Vaninath in that place in Champakhatta. And then what happened? There was an epidemic of plague and then cholera, and the entire village was wiped away. People died, and there was a temple there with Gaur Gadadhar deities. That temple was the heart of that village. And when that epidemic came, the whole population was wiped out. Remaining people ran away, went away because, highly contagious cholera and plague. So they went away. And it remained abandoned until the time of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, 1920s. Srila Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur came there with his disciples, and there was an overgrowth of grass and bushes, and they found a dilapidated temple. They came to the temple and they saw dust, cobweb, everything. The deities of Gaur Gadadhar were covered like that. And not only that, in the temple compound, they saw fish bones, they saw chicken bones, they saw eggshells. And Saraswati Thakur was in tears, seeing this condition of Gaur Gadadhar and the temple, which once was flourishing under the guidance of Shri Dwij Vaninath. And then he found out from the local villagers, whoever little was in the surrounding villagers, they said that, oh, when this epidemic came, the whole village was abandoned, and since then it is abandoned. Now there is one pujari who, whenever he feels, according to his whims, he comes and offers some puffed rice to the deities. Doesn't clean, just offers some puffed rice, and then sits there and does his own picnic with fish and eggs and meat, eats, throws the waste there only in the temple and goes away. He's not even a proper devotee. And he is the Sevite of Gaur Gadadhar deities. So Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada then and there promised Gaur Gadadhar that I will build a temple for you and I will have first class worship for you. He rescued those deities. And then they were on parikrama. So he was scouting that area, Champakhatta, to see where we can have all these thousands of devotees come, sit, hear katha, do kirtan, have their tents, have their makeshift kitchen, all those things. Those of you who have gone on Vrindavan Parikrama, Braj Mandal Parikrama, you know how it is to live in the tents and go from one place to another. So Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada himself took interest in scouting that area and finding. So they found one mango orchard, which was big, and there was nice open space where all the devotees could stay. They had place to make a kitchen also. So they scouted that area that day and they went. And their plan was next day to come there with the whole parikrama party and set up tent, set up their camp. But that evening, there was a theft in the farmhouse where the mango orchard was in Champakhatta. And those people went to the police station and they lodged a FIR, First Information Report, in the name of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. They filed an FIR because they knew that Saraswati Thakur had come there in the daytime. They thought he must have come to scout the area. Evening, he came with his followers and stole everything from our farmhouse. So this FIR was filed. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada was notified that there is a FIR filed against you. And Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada said, let it be. I will just sit and chant Hare Krishna. Now there was a local landlord there by the name of Pal Chaudhary, Shri Pal Chaudhary. So Shri Pal Chaudhary, he was a very, very influential man. He was fabulously rich. He was very educated and he used to help the Britishers. So he had very good relationship with the local British government also, officials, including the governor. You will not believe how rich he was. He was so rich that that time in the 1920s and 1930s, he had an airplane runway on his property. So that if the Britishers want to come, their small flights can also land and take off from his farmhouse. He was so well connected with the British, so affluent, so aristocratic. And he came to know that a FIR has been filed against Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So he went to the police station and he said, I want to file an FIR. So police inspector said, sir, you want to file an FIR? Okay. What FIR you want to file? He said, I want to file an FIR that big lake I have on my property. He had an artificial lake on his property where he used to do boating and enjoy. He said, that huge lake that I have on my property. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What about the lake? Last night, somebody came and stole that whole lake and took it away. And this inspector, what did you say? That lake was stolen last night? How is it possible, sir? That is not possible. Shri Pal Chaudhary told the police inspector, you are correct. It is not possible. But even more impossible is that Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada will steal. He said, it is possible that one little skinny thief will come and lift up the whole lake and steal it away, take it away. That may be possible, but it is not possible that even the thought of stealing another person's property will come into the mind of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. Don't you know anything about the greatness of that great Acharya? How can you even file that FIR? It is nonsense. Take it back immediately. So that inspector immediately tore that FIR and cancelled it. This was the integrity of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. He was known to have such a high character that Shri Pal Chaudhary did not believe that Srila Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada will resort to stealing things. So Krishna wants such great personalities to be the leaders of the world. Text 17. Uttarayam dhrita puror vamsha sad abhimanyuna savai draunastra samplushtaha punara bhagavata dhritaha. The embryo of Puru's descendant, begotten by the great hero Abhimanyu in the womb of Uttara, his wife, was burnt by the weapon of the son of Drona, Ashwathama. But later, that embryo was again protected by Lord Krishna. Our Uddhavji is remembering all these pastimes of Krishna and narrating them to Vidur. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The embryonic body of Parikshit, which was in formation, it was still developing after Uttara's pregnancy by Abhimanyu, who was a great hero. So this embryonic body of Parikshit was burned by the Brahmastra of Ashwathama. But a second body was given by Lord Krishna within the womb. Whole body transplant in the womb. Intrauterine surgery. No surgeon can do this, even today with such modern techniques. You have to wait for the child to be born. Then they can do surgery. Here, whole body transplant, not eye transplant, not kidney transplant, not liver. Whole body transplant, that also intrauterine, inside the uterus. And the pregnancy also continued. This is Krishna's greatness. A whole new body, second body was given by Lord Krishna within the womb. And thus the descendant of Puru, Maharaj Parikshit, was saved. This incident is a direct proof that the body and the living entity, which is a spiritual spark, are different. They're different. Because a new body was given to Parikshit, but Parikshit the same. Only the body was changed. Vasamsi Jirnani Yatha Vihaya. By his appearance, further down in the purport, second last sentence, by his appearance within the womb, Lord Krishna encouraged child Parikshit and gave him complete protection in a new body by his omnipotency. This is the potency of Krishna, that he went inside the womb of Uttara and protected Parikshit. Text 18. Ayajayad dharma sutam Ashwamedha stribhir vibhu Sopi kshmam anujay rakshan Reme Krishnam anuvrataha. The Supreme Lord induced the son of Dharma to perform 3 horse sacrifices. And Maharaj Yudhishthira constantly followed Krishna, the personality of Godhead, protected and enjoyed the earth, assisted by his younger 4 brothers. Purport. Maharaj Yudhishthira was the ideal monarch, representative of Supreme Lord Shri Krishna, a follower and representative of Krishna, because Yudhishthira Maharaj was pure devotee. As stated in the Vedas, Upanishad, Ishopanishad, the Lord is the proprietor of the entire manifested cosmic creation. Ishavasyam idam sarvam, which presents a chance, the material world presents a chance for the conditioned souls to revive their eternal lost relationship with Lord Krishna and thus go back to Godhead. The whole system of the material world is arranged with that program and plan. Anyone who violates the plan is punished by the law of nature. So what is our only business in this material world? Raise your hand. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yes, Sharanagat Mataji, what is our only business in this material world?
To revive the eternal relationship with the Krishna and go back home, back to Godhead.
Correct. And anything other than this we do, it simply binds us in the cycle of karma. Prabhupada says that. Text 19. Bhagavan api Vishwatma Lokaveda Pathanugah Raman Sisheve Dvarvatyam Asakta Sankhyam Asthitah. Simultaneously, the personality of Godhead Krishna enjoyed life in the city of Dwarka, strictly in conformity with the Vedic customs of society. Properly, he was married and living with each wife in a separate palace. He was situated in detachment and knowledge. He was situated in detachment and knowledge. Asakta. He was not attached. As enunciated by the Sankhya system of philosophy. He was situated in complete knowledge, what is Sat, what is Asat, and he was situated in detachment. What is that verse that we had memorized in the second module? Raise your hand quickly. Sharana Mother's hand is going, but it is not raising. Yes, Ananya, go ahead, beta. You remember the verse?
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Dhanut Pranam. Uddhama Bhava Pishunam Alaval Guhasa Vridavalo Kanihato Madanopi Yasa. Samohyatam Akhila. I forgot.
Sammohitapam.
Samohya.
Uddama bhava pishuna malavalguhasa vridavaloka madano piyasam sammuya chapamajahat pramadottamasta yassendriya vimatitum kuhakairna shekuhu. What happened? Bhakti Vaibhava. Hare Krishna. Janani Mataji, what is happening to all this? All the students. Okay, maybe I should now take a surprise test. You people are so naughty. You even changed a long question that I had set just because I was in the hospital. In Manmani, we don't want this, we want that. My God, Hare Krishna. But I will show you something very nice in the end. I have got the list of books that Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada gave to his disciples as compulsory reading for the Bhakti Shastri exams. Haribol. So, Krishna was completely situated in detachment. Krishna was not attached. And he was living in Dwaraka completely based on the Dharma. As the Dharma allows, according to Dharma, he was married and he was setting the right example. Purport. While Yudhishthir Maharaj was the emperor of the earth, Lord Shri Krishna was the king of Dwarka and was known as Dwarkadhish. Like other subordinate kings, he was under the regime of Maharaj Yudhishthir. Although Lord Shri Krishna is the supreme emperor of the entire creation, while he was on this earth, he never violated the principles of Vedic injunctions because they are the guide for human life. These Dharma Shastras, they are meant to guide us, and therefore Krishna always follows because he's the one who teaches and gives Dharma. Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranite. So, in this way, Krishna always sets the right example for us to follow, and his devotees who are the right example, Krishna puts them in a place of prominence so that we can have good examples in front of us. Text 20. Snigdha smitavalokena vacha piyusha kalpaya charitrena navadyena shriniketana chapmana. Krishna was there in his transcendental body, the residence of the goddess of fortune, and he is Shri Niketan, the residence, he is the Niketan, the residence of Shri, the goddess of fortune. With his usual gentle and sweetly smiling face, Smita Avalokena, Snigdha, gentle, sweet, smiling face, his nectarian words, Vacha, Piyusha Kalpaya, his nectarian words like Piyush, and his flawless character. Charitrena Anavadyena, his perfect character. Krishna lived in Dwarka. This is how Krishna lived in Dwarka. He had perfect character. He was not living in some material body, transcendental body, and his body is Sri Niketan. Radharani is always with Krishna, and Krishna always has Smita, his Smita Krishna. Prabhupada named his disciple Smita Krishna Das. Krishna who always has a beautiful smile on his face. Purport. In the previous verse, it is described that Lord Krishna, being situated in the truths of Sankhya philosophy, is detached from all kinds of matter. In the present verse, it is described that he is the residence of goddess of fortune. These two things are not at all contradictory. So, not that Krishna has got opulence. Hare Krishna. It's not that because Krishna has opulence is attached to it. And it's not that because Krishna is detached, he has no opulence. No. Krishna is Sriniketan, but at the same time, he is Anasakta. Lord Krishna is detached from the variegatedness of inferior nature, but he is in eternal blissful enjoyment of the spiritual nature or his internal potency. Krishna has nothing to do with this material energy. He is always situated in his para prakriti. Text 21. Imam lokam amum chaiva ramayan sutaram yadun reme Krishna daya datta kshanastri kshanasauridha. Lord Krishna enjoyed his pastimes. He enjoyed his pastimes both in this world and in other worlds, higher planets, specifically in the association of the Yadu dynasty. At leisure hours offered by night, he enjoyed the friendship of conjugal love with women. Reme Kshanadaya Datta Kshana Stri Kshana Sauridha. Lord Krishna enjoyed in this world with his pure devotees. So the pure devotees want Krishna to enjoy. For example, when we cook for Krishna, we cook with the motive that let Krishna enjoy this samosa, let Krishna enjoy this hot puris. When we offer Krishna, our mood is that Krishna should enjoy. So devotees want Krishna to enjoy. Now Krishna is not after anything material. Krishna doesn't care about any food or any jewelry or any clothes. No. Krishna doesn't care about all this. But Krishna really wants our love because bhaktya tushyati kevalam nacha gunaya bhakti priyo madhava. Bhakti is priya to Krishna. Krishna loves bhakti. So if we offer something with bhakti, because that thing is infused with our love and bhakti, it is very sweet for Krishna. The berries of Shabri were infused with her bhakti, infused with her devotion and love, and therefore they were very tasty to Lord Ramachandra. So the devotees want Krishna to enjoy, and because Krishna loves the devotee, Krishna agrees to enjoy. And seeing Krishna enjoy, the devotees' enjoyment increases. And seeing that the devotees are enjoying, Krishna's enjoyment increases. Seeing that Krishna is really enjoying, the devotees' enjoyment increases. Devotee become very happy and thrilled. Seeing that the devotees are happy, Krishna becomes happier. So this is the spiritual Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam. Vardhanam means increases. Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam Pratipadam. This is spiritual life. Although Krishna is the personality of Godhead, Krishnastu Bhagwan Swayam, and is transcendental to all material attachment, name karmani limpanti, name karma phalaspriha, he nevertheless exhibited much attachment for his pure devotees. Sadhunam hridayam mahya. The devotees are in my heart. I am very attached to them. As well as for the demigods who engage in his service in the heavenly planets, as powerful delegated directors in the management of all material activities. Krishna displayed special attachment for his family members, the Yadus, as well as for his 16,000 wives who had the opportunity to meet him in the leisure hours of night. All these attachments of Lord Krishna are manifestations of his internal potency. This enjoyment is not like some enjoyment of a mundane husband and wife. No, these are spiritual enjoyments in spiritual body. We read in the previous verse, Krishna had a spiritual body. Spiritual body, there is no lust. This is spiritual body. It's not a material body. So these are purely pastimes of devotee with Krishna. Devotee Krishna. There's Bhagwan, Bhakta and Bhakti. That is what this is. Therefore, all these attachments of Lord Krishna, Krishna's attachment to his wives is internal potency, of which external potency is only a shadow representation. Krishna Surya Sama, Maya hai Andhakar. In the Skanda Puran, Prabhasa Khanda, in the topics between Lord Shiva and Gauri, there is confirmation of his internal potential manifestations. There is mention of Lord's meeting with 16,000 cowherd damsels, although he is the Hamsa, transcendental super soul and maintainer of all living entities. The 16,000 cowherd damsels are a display of 16,000 varieties of internal potencies. Paras Shaktir, Vividhaiva Shruyate. Krishna has so many thousands of internal potencies, not just 1, 2, 3, many. This will be more elaborately explained in the 10th canto. It is said there that Lord Krishna is just like the moon, and the internal potential damsels are like the stars around the moon. How many stars are there? Unlimited stars are there. Text 22, last verse for today. Tasyaivam ramamanasya samvatsaraganan bahun grihamedeshu yogeshu viraga samajayata. Lord Krishna was thus engaged in household life for many, many years. 100 years Krishna enjoyed in Dwarka, householder life. But at last, his detachment from ephemeral sex life was fully manifested. But Krishna also, one of his opulences is Vairagya. Even though Lord Krishna is never attached to any kind of material sex life, as the universal teacher, he remained a householder for many, many years, just to teach others how one should live in householder life. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains that the word samajayata means fully exhibited. In all his activities, while present on the earth, Lord Krishna exhibited detachment. Can you tell some examples of detachment of Krishna and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Examples of Vairagya? Yes, Vamshivadana Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu leaving his home, leaving Sri Krishna Priya
Very
Devi
nice. Very nice. Very nice. Yes. Yes. Shama Kishori Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Krishna left the gopis and Radharani and went to Mathura.
Okay, yes. Showing Vairagya. Even though the internal mood was to increase the love because of separation. Yes. And Priyanka Mataji? You can speak, Mataji. You're unmuted.
No. Prabhuji, you are saying to me?
Yeah, आपने हाथ ऊपर किया ना?
Yes, yes. Prabhuji, Jagdanand Pandit, when prepared sandalwood pulp for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so he refused to accept it. He said that he was sannyasi, so it is not good for sannyasi to.
Very nice. Good example. Satyarva Mataji?
Krishna Prabhuji, the story of gopis cooking for Durvasa Muni.
Okay, that story also is there, that Krishna is a Bal Brahmachari. He is not attached. Also, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had written a book on Sanskrit Vyakaranam. And one of his friends also had written a book. And when Mahaprabhu came to know, he threw his book in the Ganga. That very beautiful story is there, showing his extreme renunciation. So, Lord is never attached. So this was fully displayed, his detachment was fully displayed when he wanted to teach by example that one should not remain attached to household life for all the days of one's life. One should naturally develop detachment as a matter of course. The Lord's detachment from household life does not indicate detachment from his eternal associates, the transcendental cowherd damsels. So it's not like Krishna gave up the association of the Braj Gopis, transcendental cowherd damsels. But to increase their love, he left. And it can be seen externally as an example of renunciation. But the Lord desired to end his so-called attachment to the three modes of material nature. So-called attachment, not real attachment. Krishna is not attached. He can never be detached from the service of his transcendental associates like Rukmini and other goddesses of fortune, as described in Brahma Samhita. Lakshmi Sahasra Shata Sambhrama Sevyamana. They are serving and Krishna is accepting their service. So Krishna is not detached from his pure devotees, but Krishna demonstrates the principle of Vairagya, because Vairagya is very, very important for a sadhak. And therefore Krishna gave up his family life in Dwarka, destroyed everything, and peacefully sat under the peepal tree. So, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada also in his life demonstrated extreme Vairagya. And even though he had all the facilities, please listen carefully, even though Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada had all the facilities at his beck and call, he was the son of a very wealthy magistrate. He was himself extremely learned, extremely intelligent, very resourceful, and a leader. He could have done anything in his life. He could have got married, he could have taken a high job in the British government, he could have done so many things. But Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada gave up everything, gave up his college degree, gave up his house, gave up all the comforts and luxuries, and stayed at Sri Navadvip Dham and chanted more than 3 lakh names every day for almost 10 years. Completed 1 billion Harinam. And then preached all over the message of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Never got married, remained a sannyasi. There was no one to give him sannyas also. But he gave himself sannyas, keeping a photograph of Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj's Gurudev in front of him. So this principle of Vairagya is very important. We are all grahasthas, and we are always thinking about 401k, retirement plan, our house, mortgage, savings account, how much money we have to make, how much money we have to save, all these things. And as grahasthas, we have to do that. Krishna also was busy as a grahastha. We also have to be busy and take care of things as grahastha. But at the same time, internally, we should have a mood of renunciation, that all this is Shanbhangur. It's like a house of cards. From playing cards, this house has been made. One wind blows and it will all come crumbling down. That's how our wealth is in this world. That's how our health is in this world. So very, very difficult situation sometimes in this world. Today only I took care of a 60-year-old, extremely healthy triathlon man, Iron Man. 60-year-old man, but super healthy, super health conscious. Just less than a year ago, he was diagnosed with cancer of the appendix. Appendix is a very small part where the small bowel and the large bowel meet. So it's a very small little thing, appendix, very rudimentary. But he developed a carcinoid tumor of the appendix, which grew rapidly. It spread. He had surgery. They had his colon removed, but the cancer came back very with a vengeance. It came back. And now there are multiple tumors in his belly, and there are tumors in the bowel, on the bowel, and they have caused a lot of kinking and complete obstruction of his bowel. So we had to put a tube in the stomach to just drain out all the stomach contents and bile and everything that just keeps pouring out, because his bowel is completely blocked. He cannot eat a thing. He's on IV TPN. So his bowel cannot be used. It's useless. He cannot eat anything by mouth or through feeding tube. His bowels are just completely blocked up. So he's on IV nutrition. And because his bowels are blocked up, he cannot take chemotherapy. He's not a candidate for chemotherapy. Without chemotherapy, cancer will not be treatable. 1 year ago, he showed me his photographs, my dear friends. He has run the Boston Marathon. He has run triathlons. He has done triathlons where you have to swim, cycle, and run. Super healthy. He was a role model for many people. Everything was going great. He has excellent family support, loving wife, so many friends at the church. He's a role model. 1 year ago, was diagnosed with cancer of the appendix, and his life is turned upside down. He was crying. I had to call psychiatry to treat his depression today. He said, I cannot deal with this anymore. In 1 year, my life has turned around so bad. I can't eat. I can't do anything in life. I cannot even get this chemotherapy because I'm obstructed. He's in just a very bad shape. He's stuck, basically. This is life. Every day when I see this, this is Bhagavatam. This is Bhagavatam. This is Padam Vipadam Nadesha. This is Bhagavatam philosophy. You can see it. So we have to be very serious in our Krishna consciousness, and problems, calamities will come to all of us. Nobody can predict what will happen. Today here, tomorrow morning going to the hospital, I can have an accident and die. My mummy is there. She will scold me now for talking like this. She says, don't talk like this. Inauspicious things. But anything can happen to anybody in this world. Padam padam vipadam. That is the Siddhanta of Srimad Bhagavatam. So best is now, today. I want to become a serious devotee. Internally, I want to cultivate a spirit of Vairagya. Externally, yes, we have to pay the bills. We have to, do so many things in the house, get the grocery, keep the house going, take the car for oil change, do this, do that, change the air conditioning filter, pay the taxes. So many things we have to do. Vacuum the house, clean the dishes. Yes. Laundry, we do all that. We have to do it all. But Aite, Shuite, Yathatha Naam Lay, Desh Kal Niyam Nai Sarvasiddhi. We keep chanting Harinam, internally cultivate a spirit. This is not my house. This is not my money. I only belong to Radha Krishna. Radha Krishna Seva Pao, Ei Abhilashi. My only desire is to eternally serve Radha Krishna under the guidance of my Guru Maharaj and the Vaishnavas. Bas. This is the internal mood. दुनिया के काम करते रहो, हरि नाम रटते रहो. So with this I will stop, dear devotees. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, who is a disciple of Sakshad Vairagya Murtaye. Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshad Vairagya Murtaye. He is a disciple of Vairagya Murti, Srila Gaura Kishora Dadaji Maharaj. And Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada himself exemplified extreme renunciation and austerity in his life. So Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada ki jai. Our Prabhupada, who also demonstrated Vairagya, giving up his 3 children, giving up his wife. Srila Prabhupada also went through so much, my dear friend. Srila Prabhupada had a son who had a psychiatric problem. Did you know this? Srila Prabhupada had 3 children. One son, please listen carefully, one son of Srila, and this, His Grace, Yogeshwar Prabhu of New York. Shama Kishore Mataji, you know Yogeshwar Prabhu? New York? Yogeshwar Prabhu, Prabhupada disciple, New York. Yogeshwar Prabhu recollects this pastime of Srila Prabhupada. He asked Prabhupada, tell us a little bit about your children. So Prabhupada was telling that one of my sons, he had a psychiatric problem, Prabhupada said. And I was having, business, and my son was he had some psychiatric problem. I called many Vaidyas, they could not treat. Finally, I took him to the Calcutta hospital. The Calcutta hospital had 2 wings, the British wing and the Indian wing. Indian wing was all ordinary doctors or Vaidyas, not very good facility. British wing had a top doctors. Sometimes doctors would be called from London also to treat patients. He said, I spent so much money putting my son in the British wing of the hospital so that he will get the best treatment. The best Vaidyas treated him, and even doctors from the British doctors from London came and they treated him. So Yogeshwar Prabhu asked Prabhupada, so Prabhupada, did the medicines work? For some time, yes, they did work. But one day, my son left home, ran away from home in his manic, psychotic phase, and I never saw him again. Prabhupada loved his son. He had psychiatric problem. In those days, psychiatric treatment was not so advanced. There were no psychiatric wards. There were no inpatient psychiatric units. Medicines were not that advanced. Some treatment was given. Prabhupada said it worked for some time, the allopathic treatment. But then one day he just ran away from home, and Prabhupada said, I never saw him again. Imagine the pain of a father to just lose a son like that. Who knows what happened? He must have run off in the jungle. Some wild animals might have eaten him up, or he might have met with some accident. Who knows? Or just died in the heat, sunstroke or something. But Prabhupada had a tough life. Prabhupada lost a son to psychiatric ailment, despite his best efforts and spending so much money and energy in trying to cure him and treat him. So this is the material world, my dear friends. So 2 things. We have to understand that we have to expect disaster at every moment. That's how this world is. This is not pessimism. This is not optimism. This is realism. This is just the reality of this world. People entering the Twin Towers on 9/11 never expected to die. Who on 9/11 expected that today 2 planes are going to come crashing into the Twin Towers? Nobody expects. When there are gun violence in schools, offices, nobody expects today there is going to be a gunfight. Some crazy guy is going to come with a gun and open fire. Nobody knows that. Anybody who dies in a road accident, they don't know in the morning that today I'm going to die in a crash. Which means padam padam vipadam. Disasters come in life, In this material world, there will be danger at every step. किसका नंबर कब लगेगा कोई भरोसा नहीं. Who will get hit when nobody knows? Okay, that is one. Second, because this world is like that, we have to develop a sense of detachment from this world. If we know that this body is a servant who is going to quit service with no notice, ये servant छोड़ के जाने वाला है नौकरी. This body is going to abandon the service for the soul one day. So then we develop a spirit of detachment. Okay, this is not my servant forever. Whatever time is there, get maximum work done. Because he's going to run away. Without notice, he's going to stop coming. So therefore, we have to develop detachment and we have to understand the nature of this world. World is dangerous. Padam padam vipadam. It is dukkhalaya ashashvatam. Ashashvatam means it is temporary. And therefore, I have to develop vairagya vidya. Nija bhakti yoga. Shikshartham eka purusha purana. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shariradhari. Kripambudhirastamam prapadde. We have to develop Vasudeva Bhagavati. Bhakti yoga prayuta. Janayati asu vairagya. Jnanam chatat ahetukam. We have to develop vairagya. It's important. Vairagya and complete dependence and seriousness in Krishna conscious. Krishna, I have chanted my 16 rounds. I have done my prayers, vandanam. I have read Bhagavatam. I have taken darshan of all these wonderful devotees. I am ready to die today. Every day we should be ready to die. I am ready to die today. We should have good consciousness. We should say all our prayers to Krishna, express our heart to Krishna, have a good, strong relationship with Guru and Gauranga. Now, today speak to Guru Gauranga. And today become ready to die. Krishna, you can take me whenever you want. Maro bhi rakho bhi, jo ichha tuhar. I am very clear in my heart. I am not of this world. This world, nothing belongs to me. I just want to become servant of your servants. And I want to give you pleasure and serve you for the rest of eternity. Aham hare tava padaikamula dasanu daso bhavitami bhuya. When will I become that? Servant of your lotus feet. That's my aspiration. You can do whatever you want with me. I am yours. And you are mine. Amito tomar, tomito amar. Let's have this concept clear today itself. Then let death come tomorrow. Let death come today. Let death come in 50 years. Okay? This is Bhakti Vaibhava. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol. Any questions? No questions. So we'll stop here. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you very much. Hare